Hello everyone, and welcome to Let's Play White Knight Chronicles episode 10.5. You might think that this looks strange, but this is an episode mainly for important information. I've just found out over the recording of the episode I was doing after 10. I was thinking it was going to be 10.5 at the time, which is why I didn't say 11. That they have cancelled the online modes for both White Knight Chronicles and White Knight Chronicles 2. Which means that there's no way you can connect online and team up with people to take on the guild missions. In White Knight Chronicles 1, this is more of a problem because offline you can only do one player. You can only go on quests by yourself. But in White Knight Chronicles 2, they added the option to travel with your companions and not just to be forced to sit there like an easy target. So I've decided that it's not worth trying to struggle through the guild missions in White Knight Chronicles 1. And from White Knight Chronicles 6 to 10 I already have recorded, so I will be uploading those based off of White Knight Chronicles 1. But from all episodes, this one and after, I shall be playing on White Knight Chronicles 2. So, here is the video that I'm going to help introduce some of the differences between the two versions. And it starts before this, but this is the first key change.
It's the treasure vault.
And now that we've done, now that we've seen all these cutscenes, I get to exercise an awesome option. Skip the cutscenes!
Where am I? What happened?
First change, major change.
Who's there?
This guy is a lot harder. He gets an entirely new moveset. And actually requires skill to defeat.
My power, draw thy blade. Now is the time to prove thyself worthy.
Hey,
Oh yeah, and also the graphics have improved. Might notice my attacks are charging a lot faster than in the first game. Another change that we're not going to get to see immediately is that upon level up, you get less skill points than in the previous game. You do, however, start with slash, lunging slash, and thrust. Ignore my friend. And skip this. I'm loving this new ability.
What happened?
He's alive? I don't believe it. Could he really be?
Another change. Whenever you use your knight, this music plays now. You might have noticed all of the White Knights and every Knight's attacks are multi-target. All multi-target attacks now have a clear indicator as to where they are going to strike. And hits that the enemies are weak to appear in orange. Knights get a healing ability. Just to abuse my power, skip this. And we introduce a turn break system. When an enemy is charging a powerful attack,
We can fight all we
use
want.
that. Makes it really easy to knock the enemies down, deals a whole lot of damage. I think they're gonna let us see it not long. And in exchange for all this power, the White Knight is slightly weakened. That symbol shows that you can knock the enemy off guard by hitting it with that type of attack. That symbol is for slashing, stabbing. They have a different symbol for slashing and crushing.
This doesn't look good.
That's the only way to knock things off balance now. Abusive power is awesome.
Things still be moving.
This game is gonna go a whole lot faster now. Stop your attack. Knock you off balance by striking your leg, while stabbing your leg. Hit you in the head. Here's the new attack. And here's the healing ability.
Is it trying to kill me or just cook me?
And let's kill ya. They also changed the theme music. Namely, they added vocals. And skip the cutscene.
Time is falling from broken things, somehow forgetting we used to have wings. Stars in your eyes are begging to shine, crying for love to relinquish the fire. Listen, oh listen, a call from the dark, so far to travel, so close to your heart. Answer my prayer and the mystery that is buried within. No, no, we can't go back. Don't you dare and try to go back. Sacrifice till journey ends. Make my wish come true again. I'll follow you beyond the stars and long for your love in my dreams. Seeking west and star, east and sun, and thy will shall be done. The traveler walks alone, searching for you. Never
And we're still not important. Well, I'm going to go ahead and cut ahead to where I can show you some more changes. And we are back. You might have noticed, but I've changed from being a spearman to a swordsman. The spearmen were really only incredibly effective in the first game. So I've gone back to being my old favorite, a sword. A lot more balance on the spears as well.
At least try.
Really easy to determine enemies' weaknesses when they keep popping up over their head. And as you saw there, as I've been saying, when you go through a material point, you get all the materials at one go, much faster.
I know this plane like the back of my hand.
Not much else has changed. All the areas are still the same, maybe with a bit better graphics. But a cool thing that happens when you go to the boundary between an area, you can go to the area behind it without having to go back to the world map. Load, please. Just like that. Another thing, you have to have a special pass to go online. I think, well, online doesn't work, but I'm not sure if you have to have a special pass to go onto this thing, which I'll explain now. This is that very own town of yours that you bought back at Ballandor Castle. So, start off, you go to layout, you need a house to hold some workers, all sorts of controls for them. Put it wherever you want. I like to put it as close to the boundaries as I can by approaching a boundary, using the D-pad to go slowly, and then approach the other way. The limit in the top right is how much you can use and how much you are using. Assign a worker to a house. Here are all kinds of materials that you can get in the world. Your workers will also get them. If the foreman of a house and the workers at a house have the same job, they will help each other's rating. They don't, you're not gonna get that much. You're not gonna get as much use out of them. And the online mode doesn't work anymore, so you can't upload it. So just ignore that. You can put an armory, general store, and a binding post here. I know I'm switching around the upload schedule to put this in a bit earlier because I think that it's really important to get this out soon. So I'm going to put this up in the upload schedule. And this will cover just about everything. We don't have any more parts. Oh, but apparently we have a statues collection. You can build stuff in the workshop. New houses. They all cost some kind of material aside from their base money cost. Job parts to help the people work. We can't build anything right now, though. Scenery parts to just make this thing look better. It doesn't really help you at all though. Foundation parts you can use to build up a area already in your place. If you hit select, we can just freely roam around inside of our own little town. Well, right now it's more of a house with shops. You could, if the online mode was working, you could take a picture of it to use as the background screen for your hometown, but they canceled the online mode. You can develop it up when you have the money and the material, money and all the extra developments they want, but I don't have it right now. That's gonna do it for about now. When you go to any logic stone, you can visit it and check out your shops. Whatever your workers have harvested will appear in your general store. Also, the Adventurers Guild is located in here. So you can buy quests. Do something new called bounties. These are somewhat advanced enemies that you can get money, experience, guild points, items. Pretty much everything. There's something called the Dahlia Exchange. You get Dahlia for finishing quests, and you can use it to purchase additional items. That's a really nice sword for our level, but we can't use it. Then there's this armor. We'll find better stuff in this shop once we get higher guild ranks. And some of the only helmets in this entire game. In the general store, there is a second section, apart from all the items, where we can check what we've gotten from our workers and buy anything we wish from them. Though it gets up in the prices when you get to the higher leveled stuff. Binding shop I explained in episode 10, which has not been uploaded by this date, but it comes before this episode in the list. We got something new called an Incorruptus workshop. We can create new items for our Incorruptus. The parts for the weapons, though, are very late into the game. In fact, you can't get any of these items until you start the second story mode, White Knight Chronicles 2. Then there's armor for your Incorruptus, which goes in the accessory slot, along with these artifacts. And enhancing the core unit of an Incorruptus is something to leave for a later date. Can't take any quests on this board, so there's nothing left for us to do here. That takes care of most of the differences. The higher leveled armor that used to require a guild rank to use is now armor that you can get at a level beyond the max of the original game. And there's a lot more guild ranks than in the first game. along with some really high level armor that comes on that later. You can use, as I said, you can use quests with the characters of your party, and they'll gain experience. And that's about everything. So I shall see you soon when I have gotten my character back to the point I left off in episode 10. And I hope to see you next time.
I wonder how things are.
Take care, guys.